Thank you. Governor Hochul, on your first day in office, you signed Executive Order 1. Is that correct?
I believe it is.
And you extended this executive order not once, not twice, but 3 times, most recently January 16th this year. Is that correct?
If that's what your facts show, I signed countless executive orders.
I would assume you'd know
policies
it's
and laws.
Executive Order 1. And this is a continuation of your predecessor's sanctuary state policies, correct? Is included in that.
I want to be sure we are defining sanctuary state properly.
I'll define it for you. It is the policy of the state that state officers or employees shall not disclose information to federal immigration authorities for the purpose of federal civil immigration enforcement. It goes on to say, law enforcement officers may not use resources, equipment, or personnel for the purpose of detecting and apprehending any individual suspected or wanted for violating a civil immigration office. Law enforcement officers have no authority in the state of New York to take any policy action solely because the person is an undocumented alien. That's a quote in your executive orders that you extended.
Imagine how I might feel if I know the cop is not allowed to inform the people that would care about the safety of everybody.
Now, do you know who Sakir Akan is?
I want to get back to the first part
No,
of
I'm
your
asking a question. Do you know who Sakir Akan is?
I want to make sure you understand that this simply says that we will cooperate with ICE.
No, it does not say that. I read what it says, and let me talk to you about the results.
And I asked ChatGPT, what the heck is this Act 1? And from what you can read right here, it doesn't say anything about ICE. You can pause the video and read it. It doesn't affirm anything about the authorization of ICE, and it seems to be rooted in another one, something 171. And then I asked, what the act is that 170? And that is the bill, it seems so, of not giving ICE any information. So you have an Act 1 that you say is a good thing, that is helping ICE, which is not, but it's connected to a bill that is not helping ICE.
And let me talk to you about the results. Do you know who Sakir Akan is? You should, as the governor of New York State. Do you know?
Refresh my recollection.
He was an illegal migrant in New York. And do you know what crime he committed in addition to being here illegally?
No, I do not.
You do not. This was widely reported. He found a 15-year-old girl, threatened her with a metal pole, told her to get into the back seat of his car. He took her clothes off, and he violently raped her in Albany, New York. Do you know who Sebastian Zapita Khalil is?
I'm sure you'll tell me there's many cases, whether they're
These are high-profile cases.
Yes.
New Yorkers know about them, and you don't. So let's talk about Sebastian Zapita Khalil. Do you know who that is?
I don't have the specific details at my disposal, no.
Well, this is an illegal migrant in New York because of your sanctuary state policies. Do you know what crime he committed?
I'm not familiar at this moment.
I bet you're going to be familiar when I remind you. He found a sleeping woman on the subway, lit her on fire, and burned her alive. This is in Kathy Hochul's New York. And as I'm sure you are aware, and I'll remind you, that ICE issued an order to detain this violent criminal, but that was rejected by New York officials due to sanctuary state laws.
What I'm just saying is, if I cared about the safety of my daughter, even if my country is very unsafe, why would you want to justify bringing more people in an unfiltered way? It doesn't make any sense that you say, I care about the woman that I'm supposed to care about. Because if you taught me that all men are bad, and now you have an open door that mostly men are coming in without a filter, there comes a point that I'm like, you're adding something that you're telling me you're trying to fix.
Now, do you know who Raymond Rojas Basilio is?
I just want to say this. These crimes are horrific.
Because of
condemn them,
your
would say
sanctuary state policies.
In all of these cases, we would work with ICE to remove
You did
them.
not in this case. They are
They need
walking
our
on the
assistance.
streets because of your policies and your executive order that you signed 3 times.
I just find it odd. You say you find those things very horrible, but the bill that you keep signing might cause them to happen even more. Well, not anymore, but right now, when Biden was in power, there was no filter with the border, right? So the fact that you kept signing it, and now that the border seems to be safe, I'm sure you might say, well, now the border is safe. I have more reason to sign it. That was never my fault.
Now, Raymond Rojas Basilio, do you know who that is?
I'm telling you this. I will
You don't know
explain to
who
you
it
the
is.
policies of New York. We cooperate with, I know you're just
You do
trying to.
not. You do not. Specifically,
Miss-
ICE was told not to detain this individual, and he burned a woman alive on the New York subways in Kathy Hochul's New York. So I will keep on going. What about Raymond Rojas Basilio? Do you know who that is?
I'm going to tell you our overall policy, which will address all this.
I'll tell
We
you
do
who
not-
that is. He is an illegal who molested an 11-year-old in our state because, again, of your sanctuary state policies. This illegal was shielded from federal immigration enforcement and able to commit this heinous crime. And what about Wilson Castillo Diaz? Do you know who that
I'm
is?
telling you this. We do cooperate fully with ICE in criminal prosecution. Our sanctuary
You're not advocating for
regulations
these victims.
only deal
This
with
is a
civil
5-year-old who was
enforcement.
raped
Civil
on Long
enforcement.
Island in Nassau County. You are not advocating on behalf of these victims. You are shielding illegals. Even in your opening statement,
That is
you
not true.
prioritize putting illegals first.
That is not
Rapes of young girls, beatings of NYPD cops by illegals who are here under Kathy Hochul's failed policies, burning New Yorkers alive. This is Kathy Hochul's New York. It's one of the many reasons why you're hemorrhaging support from hardworking New York
These are
families.
horrific crimes, and they're
They're
heartbreaking.
horrific crimes that are committed on your watch. You signed this executive order on your first day in office. You signed it again and again this January. We deserve a governor who stands up for law-abiding New Yorkers, doesn't put illegals first, but actually puts New Yorkers first. I appreciate
Rather than
the
going
chairman's...
after the viral moment, I suggest you look at the facts.
I'm standing up for New Yorkers.
No.
Rather than addressing the illegals in New York, you are prioritizing your far-left sanctuary state policies, which you put in place with executive orders. Instead of advocating for
cooperate
victims,
in all
a
those
5-year-old
cases.
who
We
was raped,
cooperate with ICE.
you did not. They were released
We
because
cooperate
of
with
sanctuary
ICE.
state
We
policies in New
cooperate
York
with
State.
law
No
enforcement.
amount of words is going to clean up your failed record and these horrific crimes committed in sanctuary state that you created. And with that, I
Your
yield back.
representation, the facts are
Gentle lady,
absolutely
yield-
false.
yields back.
Even if you believe this is false, immigrants might be leaving because of economic issues or because certain people are just a little dangerous in their own country. And the fact that you let them come in with other people that might have the same rap sheet, that they try to escape, and you don't take that in consideration what they might fear, I just find it odd that do you really care about the reason they're leaving, or you just want them to be here to justify that you want to do something good?
We talked to these guys. There was not a single one of them from Mexico. Take a listen to this. Where are you guys from? What country?
Pakistan.
Pakistan.
India.
India. Where are you from?
Turkey.
Turkey?
Yeah.
Turkey. Okay.
India.
India. Where are you guys from?
Turkey.
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 Where are you guys from?
China.
China.
Ecuador.
Ecuador? Where are you guys from?
India.
India.
India. India.
India.
India. Sagar Baba.
India. India.
India.
India?
India.
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 India?
Yes. India. India.
All India?
India.
India. Iran.
Iran.
You're all from Iran. Why'd you come?
No freedom.
No freedom?
Yes, in Iran. Iran is dangerous country. No freedom for speak, for writing, for singing, for thinking.
There's a reason why they destroyed their passport. Because once we find out who they are, sometimes you would be surprised what they did back in the day in that country.
Less than a mile from the camp under the bridge. So as we're being distracted to look down there, this is occurring. All of this trash that you see are dumped documents. People coming down here being told by leftist organizations to dump their documents before they go across.
And if you don't want to check that out and you want to give them a new identity, yeah, you're kind of promoting the thing that you're saying that you're protecting them from.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam jam, durlo, que ta verdetta, welcome.